2 days after Chinese ships collided with the Philippine Coast Guard vessels, returned to Bajo de Masinloc to check on the situation there. The PCG, though, had to stand back after another harassment from Beijing. Gio Robles with the report.
On board Philippine Coast Guard Cessna Caravan aircraft, News 5 joined the PCG's aerial patrol to Bajo de Masinloc. It just took less than a half hour, and we're right there, 1,000 feet above the vast West Philippine Sea. PCG's mission is to look for the Chinese Coast Guard vessel that got wrecked after it slammed its sister ship from the People's Liberation Army. Of course, the PCG also wanted to see the current situation of Scarborough Shoal after Monday's incident. At past 8 a.m., we found USS Cincinnati and USS Higgins destroyer 30 nautical miles from Scarborough Shoal. These are American warships. Even at a distance, we could hear how Chinese Navy 568 tried to get them to leave the area. In so many words, Beijing's PLA said they drove the Americans away. PLA Southern Theater Command insisted USS Higgins destroyer entered without China's permission. But PCG said the U.S. ships were actually conducting freedom of navigation operations over what's clearly part of the West Philippine Sea. But China's everywhere in this part of the sea. We saw about a dozen CCG and militia ships freely roaming the area. In a short while, we arrived at Bajo de Masinloc. But suddenly, a Chinese fighter jet appeared. Shenyang J-15 approached the PCG aircraft at around 200 to 500 feet and repeatedly did dangerous maneuvers.
What makes it more dangerous is that gumagalaw kasi siya. Sometimes it transfers to the left side of the aircraft, sometimes it goes above, sometimes it's on the right side of the aircraft, minsan nasa ilalim din. But the mere fact that the jet fighter is doing such drastic maneuvering without following a safe path, I think that made it more dangerous.
At this point, Chinese warship 553 repeatedly blasted radio challenges to our aircraft. For 20 whole minutes, the Chinese kept an eye on us, apparently insisting we should not proceed. Our pilot had to make the difficult decision to turn around and leave Bajo de Masinloc for now.
One thing is clear, no? Every time we conduct an MDA flight over BDM, they're also harassing and endangering the safety of the Coast Guard aircraft. Well, so far this year, this is the first time that we saw a jet fighter intercepting a routine MDA flight being conducted by the Philippine Coast Guard.
For this mission, the PCG did not accomplish what it came to Bajo de Masinloc for: locate the damaged CCG vessel from Monday's collision. But Manila's Coast Guard explained it could be the vessel had already been towed for repairs. For News 5, Gio Robles, we are One News.